when the top level was built, I can almost hear them. I feel their life energy. Come, I will make the mixture. What is this? It's just a book. I can...
Come, my champion. Now, you have my Ogma Infinium. It contains the knowledge of the ages, as revealed to Xarxes, my loyal servant. For hundreds of years, it's been shut away from the world. Septimus was a useful tool for unleashing it. Now, it is in your hands. Let us work wonders together.
There's a nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my crops. Never is.
It's a wonderful house, my love. If you don't mind, I'm going to start a small store. Something to do whenever you're on the road. Hello, my love. Back from some adventure, I bet. We have a cozy little profit? Here, this is your... Just fine. Whiterun is a lovely city, and there are so many other children here. They all love playing together. Goodbye, my love. Yes, my love?
You're back!
What do you need?
Could you give me an allowance? Thanks, Pa.
Yes, my love?
Breathe is a big
What do you need?
meanie. Wow. Thanks.
Be glad you're here in the city and not out in Riverwood. Those poor sods don't even have a wall.
You're someone who... Take a look. Don't forget... Got some good... Take a look. All right, then.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know, even if you are my elder.
I work for Bellathor at the General Goods Store.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a hop. Everything's for sale, my friend. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. you come back.
You think living with Grogmar is easy?
Heard about you and your honeyed words.
At this rate, that'll never happen.
May the God... What is it that you need? I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace. I'm sorry, but I can't do it. We'll just have... What? You want me to let the dragon... There must be another way. Alduin, the World Eater himself. But I don't... Now what's this nonsense? I want to help... Ulfric and Jen... Do you think they will sit out? No. I can't risk... Then I would be glad to help. But getting both sides to agree to a truce will be difficult at this point. Maybe. What of the Grey... If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council, then maybe Ulfric and... Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons and this war into the bargain. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
Need supplies? See Belethor at his store. Sleazy little man, but he has good stuff.
Alduin? We heard the Dragonren shout from here. You defeated him? I feared as much. I thought it was him. We are not warriors. What is... You misunderstand, Dara. I see. Paarthurnax, even the great... So be it. We will see if they still remember us. Wind, guide you.
You know, the Winking Skeever's not just the best inn in Solitude. It's also the only inn in Solitude.
No lollygagging.
You should see me when you get bored, stranger.
Proud Spire Manor. Now there.
Pine Moon Cave is down to the southwest, but it isn't fit for exploring. There are stories, vampires...
Are my men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle? Do you have some reason to be here, citizen? Oh, you are one of the prisoners, if I recall correctly. Hadvar's alive. I hope that's true, but he hasn't reported it. In the meantime, why don't you... I suspect we might... Besides, I'm sure your being in prison was all a
Ulfric's
terrible
planning an attack on
misunderstanding.
Whiterun.
He'd be... Speak with Legate Ricka. The Greybeards. Why, there's nothing to do. They are getting to be a problem. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that. Dragons or no dragons. Fair enough. We're driving the storm. That's what comes of trying to win a war with a bare handful of legions. If the Emperor would just give me the reinforcement. Yes, fine.
That's not
I'll
what my
come
scouts
to this
report,
Greybeard
sir.
Council.
Every day
For
more
all the
join his
good it will
cause.
do.
Riften, Dawnstar, and Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The man's going to try to take Whiterun.
As High Priest of the Eight Divines, I bid you welcome.
You're that one from the college. Heard about you.
You probably want someone else. I'm just the stable boy.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been to... Since we've had...
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Ever been to Windhelm? Oldest city in Skyrim by some account. They say the big old palace there was built by Ys... You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave? You've come to the wrong city, then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking, unworthy of one such as you. Nothing new there. He likes to get drunk and walk around the... Some of the... And it isn't just... In fact, just about anyone who... We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you. Until next time.
I was one of the best soldiers in the Stormcloak army, until I took a sword to the chest. Until next time.
Won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
I own Hollyfrost Farm outside the city.
He's not with us.
It's honest work, if a bit dull.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Bolgraf a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not...
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
Then let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Galmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breaths. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Ulfric. And that's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
Speak with Galmar. He'll size you up and see where we can best use your talents. It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our... I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course.
But I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless... Good. We still hold half of Skyrim despite everything the I doubt the Empire has the stomach for much more. Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
We have a war to plan.
So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters. Yes, yes. But regret... Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
So, Arngeir, is it? You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not?
You are not invited here. You are not welcome here.
We have as much right to be at this council as all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that put the Dragonborn on this path.
Were you? The hubris of the Blades truly knows no bounds.
Delphine, we're not here to rehearse old grudges. The matter at hand is urgent. Alduin must be stopped. You wouldn't have called this council if you didn't agree. We know a great deal about the situation and the threat that Alduin poses to us all. You need us here if you want this council to succeed.
Very well. You may enter.
And so we meet again. But this time I know who and what you really are.
If you can arrange an end to the fighting, Dragon's Reach is at your disposal.
Is everyone here? Let's get this started.
I'm here because it's required of me. But there's nothing to be gained by talking to that murderer.
I'm glad I finally got a chance to see this place.
Take your seat.
When has any good ever come from talking to the Empire?
Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here in the spirit
You insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here, here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please. If we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard, the nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that I would sit down at the same table with that Thalmor bitch. Either she walks or I do. Maybe so, but bringing her here is a deliberate provocation. Tullius needs to know I won't be pushed around. It feels like a mistake to me, but I'll bow to your judgment on this. But she is to observe, nothing more. We are not negotiating with her. Is that clear?
Ulfric, why so hostile? After all, it's not the Thalmor that's burning your farms and killing your sons.
She's supposed to be on our side?
You know exactly... No. Not this time.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the dragon menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
To arrange a temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hoped to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely out of character.
Want in return?
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough. First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire, and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth.
I just realized this entire time I have not been talking. Anyway, strategically, Riften would be the best option because Markarth is south of Solitude and Riften is south of Wenhelm. you can take a road to get there, but if you take Dawnstar, you have to go through marshes. Riften would be the best one.
The rift would help secure our communications with Cyrodiil.
Yep.
And threatened Ulfric's southern flank.
Yep.
You heard the man, Ulfric. We've made you a fair offer. Are you serious about these talks, or are you just here to posture?
I expected better from you, Dragonborn. I came here in good faith, and now it seems you help the Empire at every turn. As for you, General Tullius, I see now that Galmar was right. Talking to the Empire is just as useless as ever. If you think you can hold Markarth, you're as deluded as your Emperor when he signed away our freedom to the Thalmor. Skyrim will never again bow to your false empire. Let's go, Galmar. I should have listened to you in the first place.
You always were a fool, Ulfric. You're no better at diplomacy than you are in the battlefield.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
A very pretty speech. But what does it
Shut
have
up.
to do with the...
If he's right about Alduin, we both have just as much to lose here, Tullius. Remember that. Now, back to the matter at hand.
Factual.
Don't hand me a mug of sheep's piss and call it mead. These terms are still not acceptable.
I'm sure you have something in mind.
Damn right we do.
You surrender Hjalmarch to us, and take Idgrod Ravencrone with you. Sorli the Builder will take over as Jarl of Morthal.
Where do these demands stop, Ulfric? Do you expect me to surrender all of Skyrim?
It seems I have no choice but to let the Dragonborn decide. Although I'm starting to doubt your fairness. What say you, Dragonborn?
Okay, so this is what I mean by this guy's full of himself, because that was a fair trade. But yeah, I gave up a city to each capital, right? You want Markarth, which has a mining in the city, okay, that is directly under Solitude, the capital for the Empire in Skyrim. It is imperative that you give up Riften, which has a harbor. Okay, if you want to call fair, you want to call, you're not trying to be fair, you're trying to get the upper hand. All right, that's some sucker crap. Okay, and now you want him to give up an entire territory, right, which is straight sucker stuff. Okay, so you want the capital city to be surrounded rather than call fair. And that's some sucker stuff. And plus, high elf chick needs to shut up. Okay, no one told you to talk. Okay. And Isborn's right, okay? Y'all are killing each other, and it does nothing for nobody. So, I am. Hold on. Sorry, my wife called. Anyways, for him to want an entire territory which surrounds the freaking city, and the Empire's being real, like, we ain't over here like trying to bully you, we just want fair for fair. That's why I'm like, Stormcloak is a hoe bag. Like, call a spade, bro. You're being a bitch about it.
Even the Dragonborn betrayed Skyrim.
Oh boy, I'll beat your ass.
These terms are not acceptable. You know.
You want a whole territory.
Don't play dumb, Tullius.
Bah, this is a waste of time. I can see that we won't get better terms from this council. So be it. The Sons of Skyrim at least put the greater good above our own interests.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius. These are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces. Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thongvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Layla Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. You both agree to this?
Let's go.
I shouldn't agree to terms that so blatantly favor the Empire. I have no choice, though, under the circumstances. But once Alduin is defeated, then it will be the Empire's turn. Remember Evgir Unslag. You should be pleased, Elisif. You've done well for yourself as the Empire's pet Jarl. But beware, the Empire's loyalty is fickle. They will tire of this war, and then I will be the one dictating terms to you.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
God dang right, because I'm coming to beat your ass.
We have a lot of work to do.
Giving up Markarth is a heavy price for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
Jarl Balgruf, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan?
Yes, I'm ready to do my part. Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
Well, that's an excellent question. You haven't overlooked that little detail, have you?
Ah, I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temp, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up. By calling the dragon with the voice, he's not compelled.
So I want to explain to you guys basically why I gave up Markarth, right? I feel like it's a fair trade. The Rift, yes.
I'd give a week's pay to see the look on Ulfric's face again when he had to swallow the terms of the truce.
There's one more thing. We know about Paarthurnax.
Okay, cool.
Paarthurnax. He needs until he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but we would dishonor our oaths as Blades if we continue to help you.
You know, I'm not killing him this time. It's just not happening, champ. Nice. Oh, can I deny? Like,
do the right thing. Paarthurnax deserves to die.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. I'll talk. Well, I guess I'll see you when I get superbly bored, which ain't gonna be for a long time. Till then, he gets to live. Anyways, let me explain to you guys why I decided to give up. Let me explain to you guys. So, this douchebag wanted all of Hell's March, right? That not only includes, this pretty much includes from Markarth to Morthal, right? That's what he wanted. Look how much land that is, right? Pretty much everything west of Whiterun, this man wanted hold of. He wanted all of this, so the area surrounding, right, pretty much in between Dawnstar and Morthal, he wanted all of this to himself, right? Everything. Right, look at this. Boom. He wanted everything from here to here. And then I haven't discovered the camp yet, I don't believe, down here. But from then you have a foothold on the city. Pretty much all the way, all of this too, right? To this bad boy. This man wanted all of this, like, pretty much. No, that's insane. So you're telling me that's a fair trade? To give up all this land surrounding the city? Like, I'm not on either side right now. But I'm like, looking at a map, I'm like, you want all of that? when I can just give you city and all that, you know, it encompasses, which is just this area, okay, and this little minor city. So from here to here, right? Cool, that's fair. I still give you, and technically I still gave you the bigger plot of land because of the fact Morthal just covers right here, okay? That's it. To this river and all this area. That's what it covers. Markarth, right? I believe that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, Markarth literally covers the other side of the river, this entire mountainous area, right? I think until the Fort Sungard. Right? Covers all this to the river, to the split of the river, and then Rorikstead. I gave you this, so you control all of this. Let me show you the rift. Let me show you the rift. This is why he's all pissy, which I'm like, bro, that's a whole move, right? One, this is a waterfall. This turns into a waterfall, okay? So I gave him from, yeah, the Rift Watchtower, okay, to Shore Stone. Actually, yeah, Fort Gunrush. So it goes from the Rift, so Riften, he shows all this area. Riften to Iverstead to, where is it? To Fort Greenwall. So it literally cuts up Fort Greenwall straight across the Rift. I just gave him this section. That man has a bigger section over, and he wanted a pretty much double the size of this as a fair trade. And I'm like, no, that's a sucker move, because either way, for them to march into, to come conquer you guys, they would either have to go north, right, which passing dragons, passing dragons, passing bandits, all that stuff, to come march on you guys and come from the east, or they'd have to go down, in between here, cross into here, which is nothing but hot springs, bandits, dragons, bears, saber-tooths, vampires, all of that, just to march on you guys. Or I could just give them the rift, and they still have to march down south, going north towards you guys. Down the hill, going north towards you guys. That's, yeah, no. Yeah, does it put them at a strategic advantage because they have the rift, which is south, but it's on kind of like a plateau on top of a mountainous area? Yeah. But look how much land you guys got. The Riften doesn't have a mining facility inside the city. Okay, that's what I'm like, what are you bitching about? Yes, they have the mine right here, Lost Prospect Mine. Cool. They also have to take control of this area, right, and the two cities. From bandits, from dragons, from monsters, all that stuff. You guys can literally just sit in here with Silverblood. You have mining, so all the dark elves and stuff, the people you don't like, you can imprison them to mine. You have two other mining facilities also. And plus, you guys can fight the Forsworn. Way easier than Empire's been handling it. So I don't care what you're bitching about. Right? You have Skyhaven, so you have the Blades. All these Forsworn dudes, y'all can fight them. I'm like, what are you seriously bitching about? Then you have all this land. All this land. Like, quit bitching. You know? That's why I'm like, yeah, no, that dude's trying to be a tactician and you suck at it. It'd be different if I'm brand new to the game, I gotta go look at the map, see what you're talking about. No, I'm playing this game for 10 years, bro. You wanted so much land. That would be a sucker move to the Empire. Don't get me wrong, I don't like the Empire. Right? They have to deal with, why do I get out of here? They have to deal with what they have to deal with. Let me just follow her. Alright? The Empire has to deal with what they have to deal with. I don't appreciate...
We have nothing to talk about until Cognac.
I wasn't gonna talk to you. Shut up, girl. They have to deal with what they have to deal with the White Concord. I completely understand that.
I'd give a week's pay to see the look on Ulfric's face
could have
again
gone worse.
when he had to swallow the terms of the truce.
Right? It would be completely different if these guys hadn't. You're mad at the Empire because you guys want to keep fighting.
I'd give a week's pay to see the look on Ulfric's face
for a cause that no one else really believed in. Okay? Because the elves were pretty much attacking the Empire. Like, the Empire got conquered. Right? You guys are under the Empire. Their capital got conquered. You guys didn't get conquered. So yes, they had to sign a declaration basically saying, hey, we're cool. Now here's the difference between the Nords and the Red Guards, okay? The Red Guards, you guys stopped fighting pretty much for the Empire. okay, during the effing war, I believe. Y'all were just like, we're handling them up here, but we're not going to send anybody else. And but the Red Guards are like, we're still sending people, right, to die for you guys. Yeah, the capital got taken over, but like, we're good over here. Y'all can, like, we're still down for y'all. And y'all screwed the Red Guards over, and we're like, oh, well, you know, the Nords. I'm like, fuck them. Like, that's not fair. So I'm more with the Red Guards, especially since you guys talk a big game and get absolutely smashed. I've seen plenty of Nords get absolutely cartwheeled up in here with big axes and a freaking conjurer will summon Antonok and just be flipping them out here, just shooting electricity out here like Emperor Palpatine, just flipping big ass Nords with armed war axes. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, you talk super big game and get they ass beat. But that's why I'm like, yeah, no. I hate the Thalmor, don't get me wrong. They're very full of themselves. But I did my history, okay? Y'all ain't shit to us. We ain't as magical, but we can do magic. And we come with it. We come with the sticks. So, it ain't even like that, bro. Y'all are nutty. But it's whatever, man. It's gonna be what's gonna be.
We're ready, Dragonborn. Just say the word.
How long is such a thing lost?
I've got a city to keep.
I got a paper cut on my finger. It hurts.
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots. Good job.
Bro, I will let Ulfric come in here and just conquer you guys. Your fat ass forehead. Anyways. Let me sit here. Let me get a good night's rest. Let me just go home. Alright, video's finna end anyways. I got to see that dope ass meeting. I got my explanation. Like, look, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm gonna keep it a hundo. I don't like Ulfric. I get what he's saying. I get the message. But you want the whole land for the Nords. And I'm like, well, that's some sucker stuff because other people came from this area and equally fought for the Empire. You're pissy because you felt the Empire, and a lot of people feel like the Empire just gave up. And I'm like, that's cool. They conquered there. They still would have came and F y'all up. If it wasn't for the Empire signing that.
Damn those Grey Manes to oblivion. They want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming.
They want to sit here and act like, oh, like we could have kept fighting them. But they would have came up here, and I'm like, cool. The old head niggas had ways for splitting elf wigs. Y'all don't. That's the problem, is that they figured out.
Papa, you're back.
What you want?
Want to play a game?
Nah, go to bed.
Aww.
Yeah, sorry about that, champ. Y'all want to sit here and act like y'all bout it, and I'm like, y'all really not. Y'all really not. There's only a few people, a few select people that are about it, like, I'm here, I'm gonna beat ass type shit. Y'all weren't. Like, if they didn't sign that, they would have moved. Like, let me, if I could pull up a map, I'm pull up a map later, I'm gonna do a whole video on it. But basically, they would have just kept going and beating y'all ass. Like, straight nutty, bro. Straight nutty. But it's gonna be what's gonna be. I appreciate y'all. Oh, hey, you.
What do you need, my Thane? Lead the way.
Thus the quest of Lydia begins. Let's go. Alright. Deuces. Appreciate y'all. Bye-bye.